Listen, those little Mormon girls must know something that we don't know, because there's no way that you could drink a 44-ounce soda every day filled to the brim with extra syrups and flavors and still be smaller than my pinky finger. That's all I'm saying. Either their metabolisms could outrun Usain Bolt, or there are miracles at play. And I'm about to convert and find out.
I've done a few videos already on the insane pressure that Mormon women feel to be thin and pretty and perfect. I'll drop those links in the description. But I don't think that anybody's talking about why Mormon women are that skinny. How the heck are they doing that? I know whenever I talk about Mormon girls being thin, the first thing anybody ever brings up is the classic swig soda. And yes, all over Utah, all of my friends were always drinking soda. I was never a soda girl. In Arizona, we call it pop, not soda. I'm not from Utah. It is real. That's not just something that they're doing on The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And I think that those swig sodas kind of make people think that Mormons in general are a little bit unhealthy. So why the heck are so many of them so stick skinny? And before you even start typing, please don't fill my comment section with, there are lots of plus-sized Mormon girls. Statistically, there aren't. Utah and Arizona have more eating disorders, lower weight in general, and more plastic surgery than anywhere else in the country. Utah beats Beverly Hills for cosmetic surgeries, with mommy makeovers and breast augmentation leading that statistic. So why are all these wholesome Mormon homesteading princesses so stick skinny? Let me break it down for you. The word of wisdom, which I encourage you to Google and just read for yourself. Mormons have a very specific health code, which is a little bit random and generic, but also has some things that promote health. There's a bunch of do's and don'ts. On the don'ts list, you have your coffee, tea, tobacco, alcohol, drugs are kind of lumped in there, although the pioneers didn't say drug. On the do side, you have fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, limiting your meat content. When I was a kid growing up in the 70s, pop, caffeine, fizzy sodas were also on the list of don'ts. They were lumped in with the hot drinks, which was translated to mean coffee, which is why I don't drink pop, because my religion used to prohibit it, but now they don't. And I think you can actually get caffeinated drinks at BYU, although I haven't visited myself. Because of the word of wisdom, Mormon women are not consuming extra calories from alcohol, and they're really focused on wholesome food. One of the really funny, ironic Achilles heels of Mormons is sugar. Utah has some of the highest sugar consumption of any state in the country, and some of the biggest sugary brands come out of Utah. For instance, Crumble Cookie and your Swig and your Fizz and Dirty Dough, and Mrs. Fields was a Mormon. The scriptures teach that your body is a temple. So an obsession with health is part of Mormon faith. Utah is constantly ranked as one of the healthiest states in the country. And that doesn't just come from healthy food. Mormons are also more prone to take vitamins and use herbal remedies. doTERRA is out of Utah. A lot of vitamin companies come out of Utah. I think the general population has any idea how many of your supplements are coming from Mormons. Maybe I'll do another video just on that topic. Another big offshoot of the belief that your body is the temple of the Lord is the culture of physical fitness and activity that Mormons are really known for, which contributes greatly to the health and thinness of both Mormon women and men, and all of their kids too. I didn't even realize for the 44 years that I was Mormon how unique my community was. We were constantly involved in sports. Like every Mormon kid plays soccer and volleyball and basketball and football, and you do gymnastics and dance and tumbling. And then you're also involved in Boy Scouts. Not anymore, they've gotten out of that. And the young women are doing girls' camp, so you're always hiking and biking and trekking across the country. As a Mormon teenager, I learned how to sail, canoe, kayak, climb, bridge jump, water ski, cross-country ski, snowshoe. And our Mormon ward building had fitness programs for women first thing in the morning, like 2 or 3 days a week. Things like step aerobics and kickboxing, jazzercise. Mormon churches that you see in your neighborhoods, they have a full-size gym in there. So from children all the way up to senior citizens have basketball programs and volleyball and all kinds of stuff. And every single Saturday we had stake dances where for 3 hours we used to actually dance back in the 80s. I don't know if kids still do that today. And then most of my wards had things like your turkey trot on Thanksgiving Day, fun runs for the 4th of July, campouts where we would also go hiking. You know, now that I'm doing this video, I realize why every single day of the week I still have to go for a walk, go for a jog. I've hiked already 3 days this week, and I plan on hiking 2 more days this weekend. It's the Mormon in me. Once again, I'm 50, almost 51. So Americans in general were much thinner before than we are today. But I must say that there were a couple of really heavy, morbidly obese people in my ward. And I'm going to be totally honest here. Don't judge. I'm trying to share my mindset as a Mormon. I felt like they were disobedient. I felt like that was a sin to let yourself be obese because, again, the word of wisdom and your body is a temple, they should have taken better care of themselves. That's what I thought. Let's go back to just the Mormon moms for a minute because there are certainly a couple of things that contribute to their thinness. First of all, if you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't have a job, you're at home all the time. So you have exponentially more time to work out than when you have a job. Now, I know a lot of stay-at-home moms who are like, I'm so busy, I can never do that. But you can't pull that over on me because I spent 24 years as a Mormon stay-at-home mom raising 5 kids. And now I'm a working mom on the other side. And I had so much more time when I had young kids at home than I do now. In fact, sometimes it was easier for me to work out when I had those kids because I'd put the babies in the jogging stroller and training for the 5K, or I'd strap the kid into the backpack and go do my 5-mile hike. And I was super motivated to go to the gym because they had daycare there. It was like the only time that I could ever get away from the kids as a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have a nanny for most of my life, just a little bit of time. I was going through my Facebook today to find photos for this video, and I have so many photos of me at the gym. It's ridiculous. I was sometimes at the gym 5, 6 days a week, and sometimes I'd go back in the evenings and take the kids to swim or whatever. So then I'd hit the treadmill again for a little while. No wonder I was so skinny. Also, if you're a mom and you're taking care of kids rather than working a 9 to 5 job and going to an office every day, just being a mom naturally comes with a lot of physical fitness. I would ride my bike with the kids to school or jog the kids to their soccer practice. And I was just always chasing toddlers and babies. Just last week, my grandbaby was in town and I spent 2 hours at a playground in Mesa, Arizona with him. And this is the first time in a decade I have had to climb up the ladder to the giant curvy slide and run around a playground pushing swings and stuff. I was exhausted. I still can't move my shoulders. I think that carrying that bucket car seat in high heels and skinny jeans, that's its own special workout. Let me tell you, when I had babies in car seats, I never had these flappy grandma arms. It's not genetics. This does play a factor in Mormon thinness, as a lot of Mormon converts were Swedish, Scandinavian, and other peoples that are naturally thinner. Maternal weight does have an impact on baby's weight. So if you have these super active girls who are in a pressure cooker to stay thin and they're exercising and eating healthy and they have lots of free time to go to the gym all the time, then their kids are going to be thinner too. So we're passing the Mormon thinness down from generation to generation. I think another big factor is money too. You see these rich Mormon girls and they're skinny because they can afford gym memberships and they can afford personal trainers and they can afford the mommy makeovers, diet drinks, ballerina farm with her giant, what does that thing cost, that barn with all the equipment in it? Has to be like at least $100,000. And having the money to have the luxury of the time to go work out, that's golden. The last component that I think is massive is just the big Mormon network, which creates a tribe of other people that can help you with your kids and other things so that you have the time to take care of yourself. Behind every skinny little Mormon influencer that you see on your screens is a grandma and sisters and aunts and ward members and neighbors who have the time to help with the child care. By the way, my average adult weight as a Mormon trad wife was between 106 and 116 pounds. I gained like 30 pounds just because I stopped being Mormon. Now I'd love to hear from you. I'll be hanging out in the comment section. Mwah.